Thank you for joining us for this July 4th weekend, in a year that feels very difficult to feel celebratory about America and freedom and American ideals. In the midst of everything going on, my mind falls back to my Peace Corps service in the Gambia 10 years ago. The Gambia is a very small African country situated around a very mild river. It is as long as Pennsylvania is tall and about 30 miles at its widest. Its 2.5 million population is made up of no less than 8 different cultural tribes. Each tribe brings with it its own language, its own traditions, and its own set of skills. There isn't much exciting in the Gambia. No major animals to boast of, maybe a few hippos and some hyenas. There's no topography that's really exciting for any photographic backdrops, and I'd be shocked to ever find a Gambian restaurant outside of its borders. But what the country lacks in space and attractions, it makes up for in its incredible story and the people who carry its traditions. The tale of the Gambia is all about the tribes fighting for space along the river and how they were in great conflict with each other. And for many years, this war continued, but eventually someone decided that it was silly, and they decided to put down their weapons and that it would be much better and easier to just live in peace alongside of each other and share the resources. By releasing themselves from conflict and oppression of each other, Gambians became a community that is far more enlightened about peace than I have ever understood before or since. Their unity and sense of oneness became their freedom. It takes a Gambian no less than 10 minutes to greet a person. Gambians never let someone go hungry or sleep on the floor. There are no tribes lesser than the other, and I never heard of a Gambian orphan. The tribes have their own languages, as I said, and their own skills, and yes, even their own look. But that doesn't faze Gambians one bit. They are even aptly called the Smiling Coast because of how kind and friendly they are to each other and even strangers. This is what I imagine the kingdom of God to be like, a place where our peace and our community are our freedom. America was built as a great experiment, but we are still in the throes of trial and error. We are getting closer to our great enlightenment, as the Gambians found, but I guess our topography is more challenging and the distance we have to go is further than it is in the Gambia. We are at a moment in our country's story where we are once again trying to reconcile our past and create our final freedom through peace and community. I hope that for America's next year, we are able to finally understand and grow as individuals and as a country to know what freedom really can be. Let us worship God.